Hi, I'm Sierra, and I chose Norbert de la Cruz III for my choreographer. I chose him because he was my previous teacher a couple of years ago at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center's summer intensive, and for 5 weeks he was my ballet, modern, and choreography teacher. He taught me very interesting techniques that he still uses to choreograph, like the William Forsythe technique, and incorporates ballet lines to his contemporary, very detailed and specific movement. What I appreciate about him is how devoted he is to his work, as well as his kindness and generosity to his students. He's very down to earth and a very positive person. So his creativity is definitely affected by that, and all the opportunities he's had has definitely been affected because he's such a positive person. He was born in the Philippines, and he came to East LA when he was very young, and he started dancing at the age of 13. And he was enrolled in the LA County School for Performing Arts. And for those 4 years, he was mentored by incredible people and attended intensives at the San Francisco Ballet School and American Ballet Theater. Things that surprised me about my choreographer and his work were how he uses the same technique, but each piece is so incredibly different and has a different message and has a different feel to it, but equally beautiful each time, and how specific each pathway and each movement is to communicate something so different, and nothing ever looks the same. Also, a very interesting answer I got to one of the questions I asked him was, I asked him, like, is there any specific companies you would still like to choreograph for? And he said, yes, of course I do, but I rather not jinx my future opportunities, which I thought was incredibly interesting and unique of him to say. My experience diving into his life was very interesting and positive, and it had a positive impact on me because he's so young. He's only 27, and he has won the Princess Grace Award and so many awards, and was nationally recognized at the age of 22 for his choreographic work. And he's been mentored by the directors of Aspen Santa Fe Ballet, and just so many people have recognized him for his talent. And he has been in complexions, and after a hip injury, it still didn't stop him. And shortly after he went on a hiatus because of his injury, he was asked to be in Alvin Ailey's Choreographic Lab series, which he choreographed for a while. And so everything, even with the bad times, he still gets back on his feet and just conquers a lot and creates a lot for himself, which I think is amazing. So it's impacted me a lot in a positive way to be inside his life and past in that way. What I gained from his experience, my experience as a whole, was just keeping positive and just incredibly devoted to what I do, because that's what he does. Because that's what he does as an artist, and things have always gone very well for him if you just remain a positive person, because obviously he's conquered a lot with his just pure devotion to his work and what he does, and he just really appreciates everything that comes to him, as well as each student he teaches. And I think that's a beautiful thing, that he never forgets a face or anything like that, as well as how much he puts into his choreographic process. Like, he writes down every diagram, every pathway of movement onto paper. Like, he draws it, and it can sometimes come out to a whole notebook of pages, from what I remember working with him, and he still does that to this day. And I just think it's incredibly detailed and specific, and it only makes his vision even greater. So, with that being said, I think he's an amazing choreographer, how he combines very innovative movement with ballet lines, and I think it's very inspiring because he's such a positive person, and he still has so much more to create. So it's positive. He impacts me on like a lot of positive ways, and so inspires me today.